Hello there, viewer. Today I'm going to be playing a Hearts of Iron 4 game as Le Francais. With a twist, of course. You see, after what happened in real life, it's honestly just unacceptable to even try going as a democratic France. So instead, we're gonna try going a little untraditional with the Council of Rambouillet, I don't remember French class, whatever. But yeah, most people I've seen lately have been doing this, and honestly, I can't blame them. This is definitely the funnest part of the focus tree right here, but since it's so overdone on this site, I had to look for something different, and all I really had to do was look to the left to find something somewhat interesting. We can take over Spain, something Napoleon couldn't even do. Now you may be asking, what even is the point of taking over Spain when you're one of the most powerful countries in the world? Well, other than just converting the place into a giant nuclear power plant, there really isn't a good reason to take over Spain. There's just nothing else about it that appeals to me. Oh no. It appears that the Germans have decided to violate the Treaty of Versailles. I guess because I'm still a democratic government, I'll just have to issue a diplomatic objection and hope for the best. This is like torturing me. I know this is gonna lead to nothing good. But this guy doesn't, so I have to click the horrible option anyway. So now I've gotten to this point in the focus tree where I have to wait an entire freaking year in order for my leader to tear a paper in half. So in the meantime, I have a great idea. Why not devalue my entire country? Maybe at this rate, France will have a lower self-esteem than I do most days. Didn't that feedback gaming guy do this certain strategy where we just camped all the victory points before the Civil War started? Is the AI really learning to use exploits? Oh my. Well, it seems as if the Spanish Civil War is still going after a month, so I guess that strategy is now debunked, guys. I'm sorry to break it to you, but it was fake all this time. I mean, if the AI couldn't do it, who says you can? Is an impoverished nation really expecting me of all people to invest in their country with 5% of my consumer factories? Yeah, piss off, you fucker. Well, guys, it's kind of amazing, but after a year, Mr. Pierre has finally learned how to tear a piece of paper in half. And thanks to that, we can actually get this game rolling earlier than 7 years into the game like last time. And now we can get the legitimate heir. Although, when I look at his name, it reminds me more of a Spanish monarch than it does a French one, but we're not gonna ask questions. Wait a fucking minute. This is the guy from Spain. Wait a minute, so if this side of the Spanish Civil War wins and they decide to go with the monarch, are they gonna get this guy as well? Is it possible to have two Alfonsos? I'm starting to wonder if it actually is possible. I honestly do want to test this, but I really don't think I have time to this week, so... If you guys want to, you can test it and then comment to me what happens. I wonder if they'll just give us two Alfonsos. That'd be pretty scary. Come on, Spain, you don't even have enough divisions to cover the front line. I wanted a challenge at least. It's not like they even have a chance to build an army. They're literally just here to suffer every game. Okay, so I may or may not have made a slight error here. I don't know, I looked it up and apparently the Carlists have to win the Spanish Civil War. I can't just destroy whoever wins and then form the Union, which I think is kind of stupid, but I guess I'm just gonna have to oh, that's so annoying. I'm just gonna have to restart, I guess. Well, I've restarted the game like nearly 10 times now, but hey, look on the bright side, the Carlists finally have the upper edge in a war. Well, you see, I may or may not have changed some game options to skew the results of this war, but we won't talk about that. Oh, sorry, Spain. Guess I can't justify now, because the world isn't quite burning yet, is it? Oh, look. A workaround. A nice easy way for me to start killing innocent lives. In Hearts of Iron 4, that's just what it's all about. Now, in real life, you could be like, well, you see, peace is nice because families are saved that way, but here in Hoi 4, lives are just a number, and when you're a government official, lives are just a number. You see, in real life, this would be a humanitarian disaster. But in Hearts of Iron 4, this is just a nice way to flex your numbers. What? You can only encircle 60,000 men? Well, here's 600,000 men for you, bitch. Well, it looks like slaughtering Civil War templates isn't that difficult after all. Now, Manuel may have won the Civil War, but unfortunately he's gonna have to step out of the way because he's gonna be replaced by a much cooler Spanish man. Neville Chamberlain is all for appeasement. At least until a fascist uprising occurs in a foreign country. Then Mr. Chamberlain's gonna step in on the fascist countryside. Looks like I formed the nation. Wow, this is very boring looking. No color change or anything. You just get a casual name change. And you don't even get a flag. Well, I'm gonna have to... You know, I'll be right back with you guys. I'm gonna fix this. This needs to be a lot more unique than it is here. Okay, so I loaded up the paintbrush mod, and as soon as I loaded up our saved game here, it seems to have already changed my color for me. I didn't even open this menu. I just loaded in. We have this actually pretty cool gray color, and I think I'm gonna keep it that way. Well, the entire focus tree for this path is already done, so I guess we'll just have to find something else to do here. Oh. I should probably get to this part. Yeah, I'll head on that right now. Don't criticize me in the comments or anything, please. What do you know? We hit 50% world tension. You know what that means? Justify war goal time. And maybe if we're lucky, the UK will guarantee them, and that will be a free kill for us. We can be the Franco Spanish Halifax Union. Treaty of Chissen ? You? But Germany kind of just justified randomly on poor old Luxembourg here and just stormed it with their tanks. I don't know why they would do that. They were just sitting here, minding their own business, and they just came in and invaded Luxembourg. They're leaving these two alone, which I guess is fine, because I want them myself, but... What do you have against poor Luxembourg there, buddy? Now, hopefully they won't mind too much if I just click this button, but we'll have to see. Maybe they'll join the Allies, and if they do, I guess the UK is screwed. Looks like they did. Now, what that unfortunately means for me is that the German Reich's gonna start to walk into them if they're called in anyway. Haha. I managed to cut them off. I get all the lands and riches of, Belgium. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I don't think Belgium's that rich. I must say myself, this is looking very weak in the English channel. Well, guys, the Battle of Dover is probably gonna be one of the most crucial battles in this war. It will decide the entire fate of it. Whether France is actually strong enough to get into the UK, or if the UK, I guess there isn't gonna be a Battle of Dover. It'd be nice to have a thrilling war that was, I don't know, maybe a bit suspenseful. You couldn't predict who was gonna land your Spanish troops in London. Too busy invading Spain, eh? Why don't you just stand right there for me for a little longer, alright, buddy? Oh, come on. It doesn't look like those 6 divisions they spam deployed in London are doing a whole lot. That was quite uneventful. The Battle of Dover really determined that one, I will say that. Now that's a pretty easy way to get half the world under my domain. But unfortunately, I have to inform you that I did not puppet the UK. You know why? Because this person did it before me. Those Venezuelans. It's also rare to see Germany get nothing out of a peace treaty, but they actually didn't get anything out of the peace treaty. Venezuela got a lot more than they did. But I'm afraid that the killing must continue. We'll practice with what I would say is probably one of the weakest nations in the game. Probably a nation that Luxembourg could beat if it wanted to. And we'll say it's going quite fabulously. Good job, folks. Easy win. Uh-oh, guys. My tungsten supply is getting quite low, and I am hardly even making any tanks yet. I don't know where I'm ever gonna find it in this huge, wide-open world. This huge mountain called Guarda seems to have quite a few of these tank-making metals. And it's guarded by a pretty pathetic piece of shit nation. You know what that means? Colonialism time. And what is this? No more Monroe Doctrine? That's another war justification, baby. It was nice knowing you, Portugal, and you seem to have declared war on Brazil for some reason. But I don't care, I just want your tank metal. Get over here. Thanks, Portugal, now give me all your tank metal. Tungsten. Just give me it. Now here is a huge problem that you don't want to do. You don't want half your army overseas and another half in middle Portugal when Germany immediately cancels a non-aggression pact and declares war on you. That's just not very nice of them. And I don't know what I'm gonna do at the moment. I guess Mexico's saved for now. Well, if you couldn't tell already, this is looking pretty bad. But I'm hoping that they run out of supply fairly quickly, although I will say they took a lot of my industry up here. Now the AI for once is unfortunately actually doing a decent job and not suicide barraging into me, which is quite unfortunate. I luckily have been preparing a little secret weapon back here for a little bit, and we're hopefully going to be able to use it soon. I just have to get them not greens anymore. I am honestly amazed, but our infantry is actually holding, which usually as France, I just get completely slapped up. I'm actually surviving with half of my land gone. Maybe I'll be able to actually win this. These tanks are basically France's most elite. The troops in them are injected with Alphonse's genes and blood. They won't lose a battle ever. See, look at that. Complete destruction. Now I look like an idiot. Oh gosh, now Italy wants me dead too. Oh, it's just getting funner and funner. I guess it's gonna have to be more blood on Alphonse's hands here. There we go, all I had to do was shove a bit of motorized into the division. Instead of your typical 20 with tank, I just have 8 motorized with 6 tanks. Good thing it's not a multiplayer lobby, I'd be getting smoked right now. Although I've never played in a multiplayer lobby, but I hear people in multiplayer lobbies are also pretty shit. Surely not worse than the AI though. I mean, look, it's just a trash compactor. Oh my god. I wonder if these guys realize they're about to be trapped in a forest. Something tells me they're completely oblivious. Oh no. Look at that. Nice, beautiful piece of art right there. We are saving France bit by bit. So I have a feeling oh, that actually makes it a lot easier. Why the hell would you do that? Well, I guess I won't be here till 4 in the morning like I thought I would be. See, I told you Italy was nothing to worry about. Yugoslavia is destroying it by itself. And that's even with Hungary on their other side. Yugoslavia knows how to fight 2 front wars. Germany doesn't. Well, now that you are in a world of hurt, it's time for me to start smashing my head into the brick wall. Will my losses be as bad as theirs? I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look like it. I think we're gonna win this one. I think we're quite fine. Yeah, that's like a Stalingrad right there. That is a big, that's a big oof. There's this timeline Stalingrad. Even with a surprise attack like that, you couldn't kill me. For a minute though, you did have me thinking I was gonna have to restart this game. This honestly is one of the quickest I've seen you fall. I haven't seen you fall this quick in a long time, Germany. Usually you're the nail in my foot, but not this time. Italy's so fucking scared after what happened. They're just running from the port. They were so horrified to see Germany get pushed out that quickly. They're just running. That is probably the most human response I've ever seen from an AI. Oh my gosh. This is definitely gotta be one of the funniest games I've ever seen now. That was... I probably won't forget that for a while. I have never seen the AI react so wonderfully to something before than that. But hey, I guess into the fatherland we go now. Apparently my tanks are actually strong enough to smash through forts. That must be the unholy power of Alfonso, because I have never been able to smash through a level 10 fort that easily. That just has to be Alfonso's magical strength. I mean, a guy with a mustache like that. Sheesh. Must be able to smash through those level 10 forts with ease. And I can tell you right now, it's not the only thing he's smashing through. Hey, we're not French forces. We're Franco Spanish forces, you stupid world news. Paradox news is fake news. Do not follow this fake news. We are not French. We are Alphonsians. Now the Germans are running. Now, why are they running now? I've never seen the AI like this horrified before. They're just running. They're not. Even after all the hours I have in this game, it's It still amazes me the new tactics the AI comes up with. I don't know. Like, what, what is the challenge here? What is there something I'm missing? They do have troops. They have. I wonder if they're trying to be realistic and just completely abandoning the west flank for the Soviet Union. Why is there nobody here? I am confused. I don't know what's going on anymore. Every time I play this game, it just breaks sooner and sooner than the last time. Why did they do that? Let's just get this over with. That is actually scary. That's like Qing Dynasty Reborn right there. Back to the 1600s China goes. Although now on further inspection, I noticed they are also in the commentary. What the fuck? Finally, world peace has been achieved. Woo. I will say the Soviet Union probably has a lot more victory points than they deserve. They hardly did shit compared to me. I completely routed them from my own land, way into theirs. I was all the way over here when they capitulated. The Soviet Union couldn't even make it to Warsaw when they died, and somehow they have all of those points. Here we go, guys. Another beautiful peace treaty by the game. Well, yeah, I don't really feel like playing anymore. It's getting a little late into the night now, and besides, if you really want to see me invading the US at this annoying part of the game, I have quite a few videos where I do that, and it's never fun. But I've done it, and if you want to see it, you can always find those other videos on my YouTube channel. Perhaps if you want to see more of that, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and get notified when I upload that garbage. But yeah, thank you for watching, and don't end up with the same fate as these guys. I'm not creative with this stuff. But bye bye.